Patrick.
KTRH News Time is 7:17. Good morning. Joining us right now is Congressman Ted Poe. And Congressman, welcome to Houston's Morning News. It is an absolute privilege to have you on with us this morning.
Good morning, Matt.
Congressman, I watched the video of you in the House speaking of the issue of the illegal alien Humberto Leal Garcia, set to die in Huntsville today for the brutal rape and killing of a teenager. Horrible, horrific crime. And I love your passion. I've linked that video up to my Facebook page so folks can see it. Explain to me, if you could, kind of give me the thumbnail of what you said on the floor of the House.
Well, the crime was committed 16 years ago. Leal was tried. Texas jury in less than an hour convicted him in San Antonio, gave him the death penalty for the brutal rape of a 16-year-old girl and the murder. He has gone through the entire appellate process system, and now at this late hour he is claiming that since he was Mexican national, he should have had access to a Mexican consulate, and he's asked the White House to intervene and stop the execution. Federal judges have already ruled on this issue in this case and have upheld the conviction. The international treaty that was signed by the United States allowing consulates to visit people in jail does not apply to states. It only applies to federal courts. So the state of Texas is not obligated under this treaty. An individual in the past has already been executed. Median and in Houston was executed in 2008. So this is just an attempt to avoid justice here 15 years after his trial.
Now, Congressman, why do you think that the president would stick his nose into the business of Texas justice?
My opinion is he's coddling to the government of Mexico, who insists that no Mexican nationals who commit crimes in the United States should ever get the death penalty. And so I think he's catering to Calderon and the Mexican government and the pressure from them. And he's also the anti-death penalty people, and he really has no business interfering in this case that was tried in Texas by a Texas jury.
I know that you are a former judge, and you've got very, very strong background on this law and very, very strong opinions of this case. You're a little PO'd about the fact that Humberto Leal Garcia may not get the Kool-Aid today, although it looks as though this is going to take place, correct?
Yes, he's supposed to be executed in Huntsville at 6:30 this afternoon. The governor could intervene. I suspect he will not. All the governor would do is postpone it another 30 days. But this is typical of the anti-death penalty people and the Mexican government. They intervene in these cases at the last hour, trying to prevent justice from being done. Just to be clear, the law does not require Texas to abide by an international treaty that is the United States signed regarding access to consulates. And so Texas did not violate the law in this case.
Can you explain that, if you could, just to somebody like myself that is not an attorney, but I know that you have a very strong background on this. Why isn't Texas bound by this law?
Because it doesn't apply to state courts. It only would apply to federal courts under the way the international treaty was signed. The United States signed the treaty. So it binds the federal court system, not the state court system. And the Supreme Court has already ruled on that specific issue, whether it binds states, and it does not.
So in my opinion, and again, this is just my opinion, Congressman, what Obama's trying to do here is once again screw with Texas, do things that would play to his base, which is, the illegals coming into this country, a base that he would like to turn around and hopefully get to vote for him in 2012. I mean, this was all done as something cosmetic, and all it did was really hurt the family of this 16-year-old girl who wants to see justice done, correct?
No question about it. No one, this girl, Salcedo, has no advocate. She has no one speaking out for her. And you got all these groups, the Mexican government, other countries, the federal government, the President of the United States, all speaking out for this horrendous killer. Mm-hmm. And it seems like the President's on the wrong side of justice in this case.
Well, there's no question about it, but we've seen this president on the wrong side of things before. But, Congressman, I want to thank you for taking the time. I know this is the first time that you and I have had an opportunity to talk with each other, but I look forward to many conversations in the future. I truly did, Congressman, enjoy the video. I enjoyed your passionate speech, and I encourage people to go to our website, KTRH.com, click on my page, on the Matt Patrick page. I put it up there on my Facebook, and continue your great work, sir.
Well, it's good talking to you, Matt.
And we hope to have you back here very, very soon under much better circumstances,
Okay,
Congressman.
good.
All right. Congressman Ted Poe joining us here on Houston's Morning News.